Welcome to Automation Club, and let's continue to learn Protractor automation framework with TypeScript. So in last video we completed all the required setup for framework designing, and in this video we will try to automate a scenario. Okay, and we'll see. So this is what the scenario is. I have taken a dummy application which is an Angular application. We'll try to automate this, and what we need to do is we need to launch that URL and click on bank manager login button, and let me launch this URL manually and I will show you what we are going to do. So this is the URL. So this is dummy application actually, and here we need to click on bank manager login, and then add customer, and we need to fill this form, and after filling this form we'll get a pop-up message like successfully submitted or successfully added the customer. So this is what small scenario which we are trying to automate. Okay, so let's start it. So let me do one thing. Let me copy this URL, paste it here. So we have describe and it block, and you can just write the scenario name, scenario description, like add customer detail from manager login option, right? So copy that and you can add here. Okay, then after this, browser dot driver dot manage dot window maximize, right? So this is for maximizing the browser. Okay, and then what we have to do is launch, and then we need to click on bank manager login. Okay, so for that we need to use the locator, right? So just inspect it. So for this what we can take the text. Okay, so button tag and text is, so I am using XPath here. You can use other locators as well. So copy this and then use element by dot. So if you are trying to do this same activity and if you are not getting suggestions, then make sure that you have added this step, import element browser and by from Protractor. After that you will get this suggestion and these options. Okay, so by dot XPath, we need to click it, right? So click that, and after that, once you click, we need to click on this, right, as per the step. So this is bank manager login. Okay, so just change it, because in this scenario we are going to log in by manager. Okay, so after that we need to click on add customer. See the step, click on bank manager login button, then click on add customer button. So we need this button or tab, whatever you can say it. Okay, so this is button, add customer, and for this we can use add customer contents, or you can use ng class as well. This is ng class. So wherever ng and this kind of tag will be there, that is only applicable for Angular applications. Okay, so this is what we can use for add customer. Element by dot xpath dot click. Okay, then what we have to do, first we will perform this action only. Okay, so make sure that you are resolving promise, and for that we can use combination of async and await, and somewhere we will use then promise chaining to resolve it. Otherwise you will face sync issue. If you are not using this promise resolving, then you may face issues like browser is opening and closing without doing any operation. So this kind of issues happen. Okay, so if you are not resolving promise, so for that you can use combination of async and await, and somewhere you can use then promise chaining as well. I will show you how to use it. So what I have performed here, I have launched URL, then maximized, and then click on bank manager login option, and then add customer button. Okay, so this is what we will run it. Go to terminal. So for execution, first we need to convert it into JavaScript, right? And then we will run. So for that, just use tsc command. So it will compile into JavaScript, and then use Protractor JS files, because your converted JavaScript files will be available under JS files folder. Okay, so you need to give that path. configuration.js. So in configuration, spec name is same, spec.js. Okay, because we will run JS file, not the TS file. Although we are creating TS file, but we are converted into JS and then we are executing. And here I have used direct connect true. It means no need to start the Selenium server. So just run it. So it has started. Launched URL, maximized, and it's so fast you will not be able to see. So for if you want to see it intentionally, what you do, browser.sleep, use hardcode wait here some 5 seconds. Fine, just to see the execution, because it is too much fast. And if anything changes you are making in your TS file, make sure that you are converting into JS and then you are executing. Otherwise changes will not be applicable. Protractor JS file and configuration.js. So it launched URL, then maximized, and click that button. Okay, bank manager. If you want to see after add customer as well, then again give hardcode wait. The operation performed, but it's so much fast and you are not able to see it. Convert it into JavaScript and then execute it. So if you are facing issue in Protractor, means that command, then globally just install in your system. Add customer. Yeah, it clicked, right? And now you are able to see the steps because you have added hardcode wait. Okay, so this is not a good practice, but just to show you, I have added this hardcode wait. Then after this, what you need to do, you need to enter first name, last name and other details, right? Okay, so use that. So for first name I can use by dot model because ng hyphen model attribute is there, right? So we do have allocator by dot model, we can use that. Element by dot model and directly give that. And we have to enter the name, right? So for that we have to use send case. Give some name, test1. This is the name, first name, and similarly give last name. For last name also I think it will be same, by dot model l name. Dots, sorry, dot send keys. Give last name as test2. Okay, so you can give anything. Then what else we have? Post code. So for post code, again by dot model we can use element by dot model, give post code, give some post code 11234. Okay, and after that what we have to do, click on add customer button, then validate. Okay, so enter all the customer information. So we are at step 4. So step 5 we need to add we need to click on add customer button. Okay, so just click that. So here we can use type submit. This is type. Okay, by dot we have created XPath, right? So use that dot click. So we are doing everything from scratch and step by step, so you will get to know each and every concept if you are following my videos. Okay, so this is what add customer. We'll just run these steps. Okay, so convert that, and then run. Launch the URL and click on add customer. Fill all the details, first name, last name, postcode, and then click. Again it is so much fast and you are not able to see because Sometimes Protractor is very much fast in depending on the application. Okay, so it click on that. So after clicking, what we need to do, validate that a pop-up or alert message is displayed with some message. Okay, so let me do one thing. I am doing manually so that I can take that pop-up. So this is the pop-up which we need to take it. Okay, so for handling this kind of alert or pop-up, we need to use driver dot, sorry, not driver, browser dot switch to alert, switch to alert. And what we need to take, we need to take the text on from that alert, and then we can validate, right? So we will use dot get text. Okay, so fine. So if we are taking anything from the browser, then we need to resolve the promise by using then. Okay, so use that. You can remove it, then function, and it is it will give a text, right? So use that as a parameter, text. First we will print it, and then after that we will validate console.log. We'll print that what it is coming actually to get the whole text. Okay, run it. So it launches the URL, and then click on add customer. I have added hardcode weight, that's why it took time. Then it will enter the details, and yeah, so this is what the text is: customer added successfully with customer ID. Okay, so this is what we need to validate now. So for that, as we are working on Jasmine framework, so we will use expect to validate that. Okay, so we don't want to take any numbers because this ID and all will change based on the customer and based on the application form. Okay, so we'll not take it, just we will take this message: customer added successfully with customer ID something. Okay, so after customer ID the number may change, so we will not use it for our validation. So expect, so what expectation we are doing, so text should be equal to, so here we are not doing actual comparisons, means not the whole text we will compare, will not validate the whole text. Instead of it, we'll partially validate, we'll give the partial text and then we'll validate. So for that we can use there is a method called expect to include or to contain. Okay, so copy the text. So this text should contain this message, then it will be passed. Convert it and then run it. add customer. It will fill all the details, first name, last name, postcode, and see how fast it is. So if you want to see the execution, just manually add some weight. So after click, just it will wait for some time just to see the execution. Open the website and it will add the details, first name, last name, postcode. Click on add customer, and after that this pop-up will come. It will take that pop-up and it will validate whether it is coming or not. So if you want to fail it, here it is passed because we have done a positive flow and the text is coming. Okay, so if you want to fail it, just remove something, customer not added successfully. Okay, I just intentionally just modified it just to fail it. Sudo means add all the customer details. Okay, so we'll see the output now. See what it is showing, one spec and one failure. So there is one spec only, means one it block, and that is failed. Why? Because validation got failed. If you want to see the detail, you will see why it got failed. Expected, what was the expected? Customer added successfully with this, means this is actual coming, and expected was customer not added successfully with customer ID. Okay, not, I have added not. Okay, so that's why it got failed. So yeah, so this is how you can automate a small scenario. Okay, and okay, so last step is there, we need to click on that pop-up. Okay, so let me remove it, and now we want to click on the pop-up, right? So first we will validate and then we will click on the pop-up so that it will be gone. Switch to alert dot accept, sorry, switch to alert accept. So this accept method will accept that pop-up. We'll add some hardcode weight just to see the execution. So also see the synchronization, how I am following, like after then if I am adding anything, then promise has been resolved. Okay, so I just added a step to accept that alert, and we will execute it. First convert and then execute. Fill all the details, add customer, and here it should accept, means that pop-up gone. Okay, and then I added a hardcode weight to see the execution, and close all, so one spec is pass. Yeah, so we are done with this scenario. We have completed it successfully. Okay, so we'll continue some different topic in next video. Thanks for watching. Thank you.